story takes place in one location. It's pretty grounded. The story's pretty straightforward. The motivations of the characters is very understandable. So I'm not sure what else there is to say about this movie except that I really enjoyed it. It is a beautiful story in an inspiring film with a very talented cast. Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing wonderful today. This here is a review of the movie Sing Sing. It was written by John H. Richardson, Brent Bull, and Clint Bentley, directed by Greg Quadar. This movie is about a theater group at Sing Sing Maximum Prison, where a group of people in this theater group find purpose while being a part of this theater group and while acting, and others find meaning and find a way to escape from the confines that is the prison. This movie is based on a true story, with Colman Domingo leading, giving a beautiful performance, great acting as expected, and a lot of the supporting cast play themselves. And these are people who were actually experienced these things and dealt with these, or went through or experienced these actual events. So it was really nice seeing them, showing that these people can act, and they delivered great performances. Something I really want to praise here is the writing. I felt the dialogue felt very natural. It felt very real, and it could just be the acting and it's hard to tell, but the people, the supporting cast, again, the people that actually went through this experience, that were playing themselves, delivered these lines so well. It was as though this is something they actually said. It was often difficult to tell whether it was written, how they spoke these, how they stuttered, how they messed up some words, or if this is something improv from the people that were acting. There are a couple times where characters, the way they spoke or things that they said, it felt as though they were stumbling over their words and they tried to correct it. And I don't know if that was something that was just kept in for the sake of feeling real, or if this is something that they really brought, an element that they brought to the movie that again made it feel very real and very grounded. I would say the entire cast shined, not just Colman Domingo. This story really tugged at me. I think it tugs at your heartstrings. It's very heartwarming. You know, we're seeing men in an environment that is potentially dangerous and where you have to be very careful on how you express your feelings and how you feel and who you share those feelings with. This group of friends and this family that they build here, that's created here, helps them express their emotions and allows them to be vulnerable, especially when they're on stage and playing someone else. So they're able to project, or those emotions through these characters, and in this space where they've built up this security and protection by building up walls and not connecting with other people. I laughed. I almost cried, but not exactly. I was very entertained. I was inspired. I was enthralled. I was excited. I was really invested in this world. It is a very authentic and genuine story, and it appears relatively simple, but there are themes here that are layered, right? A broken system, stigma of expressing your emotions as a man, this fear that some people have being in the system or being in prison, and the misperception or bias towards people who are labeled as criminals, even though maybe they were falsely accused or their crimes do not fit the title or label that's given to them. There are many things you can see here that are presented not forcefully or spoon-fed or preached to you, but there are things you see because this is a real world thing. This is things that people deal with every day. I think you navigate the world having experienced certain things, so those themes or ideas are already presented to you, and they were presented very well here without feeling that they were being forced onto you. I saw here this idea of pursuing your dream, and better yet, just being who you really are, being your authentic self, and not concerning with how the rest of the world will see you, or not concerned with the possible consequences that come from these actions. I really love this movie, and I look forward to seeing it again, and I would recommend you go to the movie theaters and support this film. Until next time, y'all take care of each other, check up on one another, make sure you check up on yourself, and remember, potential has no limit.